Hi guys, and welcome to our weekly review video. And today we're gonna talk briefly on dollar index and the reactions we had from last week's FOMC, and what does that mean going forward into the following weeks and the rest of the year. So first things first, let's look at the calendar. Now remember, this is one of the most important things you need to do when you're doing your analysis. Make sure you know what's coming in terms of fundamentals of the pairs that you are trading. As you can see, my calendar only have like the majors, because I only trade the majors against mostly the dollar. So looking at the calendar, the week that has just started, so Monday is gone already. So tomorrow we've got retail sales for Aussie, so we expect a bit of volatility coming into Aussie dollar. Then we've got ECB president speaking at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And then we also have Fed Chair Powell testifying at 4 o'clock. And then we've got we also have, let me see what do we have. There's quite a lot of FOMC members that are speaking tomorrow, and we've got trade balances also. Then Wednesday we've got pending home sales, that will be crucial. We've got crude oil, and then we've got Powell again. So this coming week, guys, the days that are coming through, expect huge volatility in the market. Now when these central bank representatives are speaking, if you don't have access to the channel which they are speaking on, or access to their testifying broadcast, I urge you to not have any risk on your trades, because you don't know what they're gonna say, you see. Then we also have ECB president speaking, that's on Wednesday. And then Thursday we've got GDP for the pound, and then we've got German unemployment change. Then we've got GDP for United States also on Thursday, and we've got initial jobless claims. Then Friday we've got German manufacturing PMIs. Then we've got UK's manufacturing PMI. And then we've got CPI index for the euro, and then also GDP for the CAD, that's on Friday. And then we've got the ISM manufacturing. These are fundamentals that are going to definitely move the markets this week. Starting with tomorrow, we've got ECB president and Powell testifying to the Congress. So now what does this mean? How then do we approach the market? How do we approach our analysis? Now when we look at the COT number for dollar, right, what I can summarize what came about is they've taken a huge chunk of profit on their long exposure. They've been doing that for the past 3 weeks now. They've been taking profit on their longs, right? Now you need to look at price action and see what relationship does this profit taking has in terms of your price action, in terms of your technical analysis. Now if you look at the commercials, they've been taking profits for the past 3 weeks, and they've been adding shorts. Now if you look at the profit taking status for the commercials, they haven't taken profit on their short side, on the short exposure, since 22 June. Since 22 June, they haven't taken any profit on their short exposure. Now vice versa, you can look at the non-commercials. You can see that non-commercials, they've been taking profit on their short exposures, right? And they were adding their longs. Now, what does this tell us in terms of price action? That brings us to the technical chart. Now, just to summarize last week's price action, I mentioned 93.050 is our ideal area for long entries on dollar, which then transpose to shorts on Euro USD, Pound USD, Aussie dollar and New Zealand dollar, and then longs on USD JPY, USD CAD and USD CHF. But remember, price has to be closer to your PD areas that you are trading. You cannot just go long just because dollar is traded to 93.050. I must go long on USD JPY. No, USD JPY has to confirm whether it's in discount. So you can see how price traded around the 93.05. I literally mentioned that on Tuesday, heading into FOMC, we are going to see dollar finding support, and that's exactly what happened. It traded into 93.050 and went high. Now you can see this is FOMC, right? FOMC did a stop hunt below 93.057. There was further accumulation for longs, right? That was a stop hunt of an old low. That's market accumulating more longs to push to the upside, and we saw dollar trading all the way to 93.46, which was our initial target on the longs from 93.050. Then we had a retest, we had a retracement again into 93.050. That was the following day. Now this is now Thursday, heading into Bank of England rate decision. We had a retracement that reaccumulated more longs on dollar. Then price shoot to the upside. So you can see FOMC literally showed us that a hawkish Fed coupled with your technical analysis would have yielded much favorable results from your discount range of 93.050. Some are gonna say, Ivan, but how is that a discount level? Now I'm gonna go on to the daily quickly. Now on the daily, you can see we've got this fair value gap here from this high, the high that came in at 92.945, and this low, the low that came in at 93.170. The mean, the equilibrium point of that fair value gap, that imbalance, that's 93.050. You expect price to react when it gets to that range. That's basically your discount range in this up momentum, in this bullish momentum. 93.050 is your discount range. Now looking ahead now into this week that we just started, I still expect price to find support around 93.050. But now you have to understand what the fundamentals are saying. Say for instance, we get a good number coming out, say on Thursday, right? Say we get a positive number for the GDP, right? As you can see, a positive number for the GDP is generally supportive, bullish for the US dollar, while a weaker than forecasted number is generally negative. If we do get a positive number on this GDP, I'm giving an example, guys, of how I look at the numbers now. We are forecasting 6.6%. For instance, we get 6.7 or 6.8. That number now, coupled with where dollar is trading, 6.7 or 6.8% GDP growth for the United States dollar, then I would need to see price trading into a discount area which will then provide support. For instance, if that fundamental comes out when dollar is trading around 93.050 and it's positive, I'm gonna go long, because the fundamental that came out will be supportive, will be bullish for the dollar index. But if we do get, say, a negative release, a negative, it means less than 6.6. Say we get a 6.4% GDP growth while dollar is at 94.46, then I will expect this premium area here to provide resistance and price push lower. You see, that's how you link your fundamentals to the chart. Now, coming back to our H4 time frame, you can see here we've got this liquidity void on dollar index, and we've got a fair value gap right here. Initially it was just up there, and then right here, this is our equilibrium. I'm expecting 93.30 to be sensitive in terms of support, right? 93.0, I'm expecting price to be sensitive in terms of support at that price area. But now this is for short term, for intraday trading, or even for a scalping trade, right? Long term wise, I would like to see price, firstly, if price trades lower, right, to 93.30, I'm expecting a bit of support, expecting a bit of bulls coming back into the structure. Or if price does trade lower back to 93.050, then I'm expecting a huge continuation to the upside. So this is what I'm anticipating dollar to do. But remember, our long-term target on dollar is up here at 93.73. That's our long-term target during this week, expecting dollar to trade right above 93.510. But if we do get negative fundamentals for the dollar, if we keep getting negative fundamentals, of which that would be a surprise, but it can happen, you must not disregard that. It can happen that we get negative fundamentals. But for Powell's speech, the way he's testifying, he's gonna literally support the decisions which they made during FOMC. He's going to be adding more content. He's going to be adding more confluence, more criteria to support their hawkish outlook for the dollar. Meaning we should see dollar trade to the upside. Even prior to him speaking during the course of tomorrow, we should see dollar trade to the upside. So now when you go to lower time frames, you literally see we've got a bullish order block on H4. This bullish order block here, expect price to be sensitive also to that discount array. But firstly, 93.30, that would be the ideal area for scalps for long positions on dollar, scalps for short positions on pound, US dollar, euro US dollar, Aussie dollar, and longs on USD JPY. So as you go to lower time frames, you literally see that the price action becomes clear. You can see the rejection already we had at 93.30. We already had a rejection. That was 4 hours ago. We had a rejection from the 93.30. Yes, it might not be a big move, guys, right? We moved like 11 pips. Now if I come to euro USD, you can see euro USD was also trading right 1 2 3 4. Euro USD then dropped 13 pips. Now remember, 20 pips a day, you can literally get them quite easily. If we come to pound USD, 1 2 3 4 hours, we were testing right this old high. There's definitely a bearish order block there. Here, this is our bearish order block, and then price dropped 28 pips. Now you can see how I link the technicals now to what the fundamental is telling me. So I'm still expecting 93.050 as a major support. Ultimately, if we do get huge weakness, which I don't think so, because if we break below 93.50 and traded lower, then we would have traded below here. Short-term sentiment might have turned bearish. We could see price testing all the way to 92.70 or ultimately back to 92.50. So yeah, that's the forecast for this week we just started. Expecting dollar to find support 93.30 initially, and then 93.050, but I'm banking on 93.30 as a minor support and 93.050 as a major support. So it's good that you focus on what the fundamentals are saying, because at this moment in time, guys, these markets are literally being driven by fundamentals. There's quite a lot of fundamentals that are going on, so we need to keep an eye on that. So that's pretty much about it for today. I don't want to take much of your time, and for those who haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe and have your notification icon selected so that you get notifications in your mailbox every time I upload some content onto the channel. But unfortunately, if you haven't joined the mentorship, you're only gonna see this weekly focus probably Wednesday or Thursday before New York open. So only those in the mentorship program will receive this weekly forecast right away before Monday New York close. They'll get the video in their inboxes and on the group. So yeah, if you want to join the mentorship, just get in touch and we can see what we can do. So with that, guys, I wish you good luck and happy trading, guys. Thank you.